Hi, let us understand about Docker export command. Before that, we will understand the difference between export and commit. Earlier we saw how the commit works. So what happens when you are committing it from a running container, you're going to get a tar file, and from the tar file I can load and create a new image. And this particular image can be reused. When I say reuse, I can go ahead and create more containers from this specific image. So all the delta changes that we added to that specific container will be available in the new container. Sometimes I may want to store the content of the container as a tar file, not the entire process or the daemon. I wanted only the file system to be exported. For that, I will be using the option of export. So export, it will have the entire file system exported as a tar file. And I can use it for either committing it in some code repository or for archival purpose. I can use them. Let me go ahead and see a small demo. Let me start a new container, Docker container, run in the detached mode. The name of the container I wanted to give is nginx-ex export, and in the port 6095, map it to port 80 of the container and get it from the image nginx. So the container will be running. Let me go ahead and get into the bash shell. Docker container, exec the bash shell in the interactive mode, run it as a separate terminal, and on the container nginx export, run the bash shell bin/bash. Now I'm going to create a small test file, touch export underscore test.txt. So I do have a file export underscore text.txt as a part of the container. So what we are doing, we are creating a file within the container in the name of test underscore export.txt. So whenever I am exporting this particular container, that will be stored as a tar file in the system from where I am exporting it, and I can go ahead and reuse them. So I'm going to get a flat file, and that will get stored as a part of the host system. Now let me come out of the container. For the test purpose, I am going to create a directory export underscore test. Here I am going to export the container, Docker container export, and the name of the container nginx-export, and the output file is nginx exported file.tar. So the entire file system of this specific container is exported as a tar file. Now I can go ahead and expand this tar file, tar-xvf nginx, and it will get expanded and it will get exported in this specific location, and I do have this particular file over here. So basically, if you want the entire file system of any container to be exported as a tar file, I can go ahead and use the export command.